Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Against the Public for September 22nd. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we'll go through my top Major League Baseball free plays for Sunday. After we finish, please go to pickdawgz.com. I'll have my premium Sunday NFL plays along with Major League Baseball. And congratulations to everyone who was on my Saturday premium plays. What a fantastic day. We finished 5-1, almost 6-0. BYU, Kansas State couldn't get us a few more points at the end, but a 5-1 day, 3-0 in college football, or 3-1 college football, 2-0 in Major League Baseball, 2-0-1 really. But terrific day. Congratulations to everybody, and hope everybody was able to cash some pretty sizable tickets. By the way, Major League Baseball customers have now hit 65% winners over the last 7 days and 60% winners over the last 30 days. All those records are documented at pickdawgz.com. You can jump on my single plays or my Sunday Major League Baseball 3-pack for $49.99. And of course, my NFL 3-pack is up there, $54.99. They all come with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, there's only one way, and today would have been the day to definitely be on board with one of these. But there's only one way to get get every play that I release, and that's by purchasing an all access pass. And you could do that over the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, guys, just jump on that all access pass for the next 365 days. Take the plunge right now. That will take you all the way through the NFL season, the college football season, NBA, college basketball, NHL, the rest of Major League Baseball. Take you right up to this point. This time next year comes out to be about $3.70 a day. So you can throw it on your credit card, pay it off a little bit every single month, and then you are set and ready to go for the rest of 2024 and really much of 2025. So that's by far the best offer that I have, and I appreciate each and every one of you that have jumped on that so far. Okay, on to your free plays for Sunday. Remember, these are probable pitchers, so please confirm before placing your wager. 1:10 Eastern Time, 9:01, 9:02. Pittsburgh Pirates on the road against the Cincinnati Reds. The Pirates are minus $1.25. 8 is your total. If the Pirates are on the road and they're favored, that must mean that Paul Skeens is starting, and indeed he is, against Hunter Green. And I forget to do this a lot when we do these videos, but I think umpiring is such a or it could be at least a massive part of handicapping. So I'm going to go through some umpire stuff today, and if you like it, great, we'll stick with it. If not, then we won't. But I do think it's interesting. Paul Clemens is going to be behind the plate in this one. Clemens, when he's the home plate umpire in his career, home teams are 18-28, a .391 win percentage. That has lost 12.30 units. That's pretty significant. The under is 19-26, a 42% win percentage with an average runs of 9.1 runs per game. So those are pretty significant numbers to take into account when you're handicapping this game. We have seen one significant wager on the under 8 even money. That was at Bovada. Those numbers have not really affected public betting. They are on the Reds, which is kind of different than what the public usually does, because usually we'll see them just pound the favorite, they'll pound the over, but once in a while they're like, nope, we're not falling for it. And they're certainly not falling for the Pittsburgh Pirates after what we just saw the first 2 games of the series. Even with Paul Skeens on the mound, the majority of the money is going on the Cincinnati Reds. That has not really affected the numbers a lot. We've seen some movement at the Westgate. Westgate has also changed the juice on their total from $1.15 to $1.25. Now, the significance of that is when we're looking at $1.25, that means we're really close to that 7.5. So keep an eye out for that, or be patient for the best number, because if they're at minus $1.25, it might go to $1.30. We've seen that before, but we could see a 7.5 on this game. So if you're going to go over the total, which we are, just be patient, and maybe we'll grab that 7.5. 8 is fine too, but we always look for the best number. We know that Paul Skeens is an absolute national treasure. But when it comes to Hunter Green, I think he's one of the better pitchers that nobody talks about, and he has been for a while. It's just really been a control issue with him throughout his career, but I do feel like this number is a trap because it's certainly a game that warrants a 7.5, and then we're getting an 8. I don't think the odds makers are as down with Paul Skeens as they have been in the past. It's almost been an automatic 7.5 when Skeens would pitch, but we are looking at an 8 in this one. I'm going to go over that 8 minus $1.10 and hope you guys can get that 7.5, which I've already betted, so I'm not getting that 7.5. Game number 2, 4:15 Eastern Time, 9:29 and 9:30. Chicago White Sox against the San Diego Padres. Padres, massive favorite, minus 320. Welcome to the end of September. 7.5 is your total, over 15. Sean Burke against Yu Darvish, and we do have a weather report of some significance in this, I guess. If I wasn't doing sports, I'd be doing weather somewhere. I'm just always fascinated by it. But when we're dealing with Petco Park, we're not talking about rain. We're going to talk about some wind gusts. Tomorrow, wind gusts are expected between 9 and 12 miles an hour. They're going to be blowing from left to right. And if you're an in-game player, I suspect that these gusts are going to be at their strongest or at their peak somewhere between the 3rd and 4th inning, maybe into the 5th inning. So you might want to take that into account when you're placing your wager. Chris Guccione is going to be behind home plate. Home teams will have won 54% of his games in his career. Not a massive amount, but it is something to take into account. When it comes to totals, his record is almost right down the middle. 280 to the over, 281 to the under. His game average runs, or runs average per game, or something like that, 8.5. So that's about a run over what this total is of 7.5. And I don't have a report on the money line trends on this yet, but we do see 80% of the money coming in on the over. Sean Burke, no, not the old New Jersey Devil goaltender, but Sean Burke, the pitcher, is making his second major league start of his entire career. Threw an effective 5 innings against the Oakland A's, gave up 5 hits and 2 earned runs. I'm not a big fan of betting on brand new pitchers like this in their second outing. I will in their first outing because there's no book on them, but in their second outing, I tend to think that even if it's a small book, there's video out there of him now. So I don't expect the same results in the second start as I've seen in the first start. Yu Darvish, 6-3 this year, a 3.21 ERA. He's going to be making his 4th start since coming off the injured list. That injury was really significant. It kept him out for more than 3 months. But with the San Diego Padres in the postseason, I mean, obviously, the bottom line is getting him healthy for the postseason. And if he is, that could really boost the San Diego Padres' chances. I suspect we're going to see the Padres do most of the heavy lifting when it comes to the total in this one. I'm going to go over that 7.5 minus $1.15. And in game number 3, 7:15 Eastern Time, 9:03, 9:04. Philadelphia Phillies on the road against the New York Mets. Zach Wheeler against Tyler McGill. Philadelphia minus $1.57. 7 over minus 12. John Lipka is going to be behind home plate. In his career, home teams are 81 and 88, but minus 25.23 units. That's a pretty significant. It's pretty significant to be that deep into the red. With the home plate umpire. I mean, it's telling me that he gets some fairly large numbers similar to what we're getting in this game. 73 and 85 to the under in his career. That's 46% win percentage, and with an average runs of 9.3 runs per game. So that's almost 2.5 more runs than what we're looking at as far as the total in this one. So far, 94% of the money is on the Mets, 91% of the money is on the over. Most of it is small money, which is why we haven't seen any significant movement on the side or the total. Zach Wheeler, 16 and 6 at 2.56 ERA, has been absolute lights out this season. Tyler McGill, not the entire season, but he's been really good of late. He's 4 and 5 with a 4.08 ERA. It's been almost unhittable in his last 12 innings, allowing no runs and just 3 hit. So we're looking at two starters who have been pretty incredible. I mean, we know that Zach Wheeler's been incredible over the entire season. McGill's been good over his last 2 or 3 starts. But I have such a hard time pulling the trigger when I see the number 7, pulling the trigger on an under. And the reason why, and the statistics back it up, in 2024, when the total is 7, the over is 72 and 63 and 347 and 279 since 2019. So not only does it show go over the total in 2024, but the numbers show go over the total over the last 5 seasons. So it's a long-term stat that says, look, 7 I know is kind of a sucker number, and that's kind of the way I look at it. And you got two guys that are have been fantastic. They've been lights out, but we know baseball is so much more than starting pitching, and I think 7 to me has always been a sucker number. The last time bettors were successful betting under 7 for an entire season was 2014. So these games do go over the total. Since 2015, when the number was 7 or less, the over is 1,053, 945, 53% win percentage. Again, sucker number. I'm going over the 7 minus $1.12. So that does it for your Sunday free plays. Please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play I release. You can get that. It takes you all the way through the NFL tomorrow. A fantastic day yesterday in college football. So if you guys were on that all-access pass, we're just going to finish things off on Sunday. Remember, not too late to get involved with my regular season pass. College is $599.99. The NFL is $599.99. You can get them both combined, $899.99. You get every play from now through the Super Bowl, from now through the national championship game for one low price. Don't forget, it's also not too late to take advantage of my Major League Baseball season pass. You get the rest of the regular season, which is only about a week, and then you also get the postseason through the World Series, just $199.99, and we have been crushing baseball over the last 5-6 weeks. So everybody that has done well, please take that money and sign up for a all-access Major League Baseball pass all the way through the World Series for $199.99. Okay, here's your Sunday free play recap. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, over 8. Chicago White Sox, San Diego Padres, over 7.5, minus 15. And Philadelphia and the New York Mets, over 7, minus $1.13. That does it for today's show. Thank you so much for everybody who watches on a daily basis. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Congratulations to everybody. Had a fantastic day today. It's an incredible feeling when you put so much work into these games, and then there's a massive payoff, especially on the Saturday, Sundays, where I know most of you are watching. So it's a great feeling, and I'm happy to know that a lot of you are happy tonight, and we're going to do it again on Sunday. So please join me. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Sunday.